Hey everybody, welcome back to Small Talk Japan. On this show we talk about all things English, all things Japanese, all things Japan in English.
In English.
Japan in English. My name is Mitch and this is my good friend
Alex.
and co-host Alex. Hi Alex.
Hi.
Alex, we just filmed the show.
Yeah, we just filmed one and then something went wrong.
Is that what we're doing it again?
Just as we were going to go, goodbye, see you later. It's just
like everything caught on fire and then we had to do it again.
So the second time could be better or it could be catastrophically worse.
I think there'll be much less sexism and racism. In the last show, it was just like dropping all the wrong words.
I mean, to be honest with you, I thought it was going to get banned from YouTube.
Yeah, it was so bad. It was salacious.
Well, that's probably why the streaming software fucking broke.
They're like, no, you can't say that. We didn't say anything bad, guys. It's just we had a technical problem.
Well, I didn't, you know. Well,
that implies that I did.
Yeah.
I don't say, dude. No, I'm not. I'm only racist against the things that I am. So white people and I'm not really racist against Japanese people.
Everybody's racist against white people.
That's true. That's not really I'm not really like admitting to anything with that. So speaking, let's roll the intro, and then I'll start introducing this because Alex unfortunately has only got 30 minutes left with us, so we'll have to like go through our story quickly. But sound only film about foreigners aims to open eyes to their presence. Alex, we talked about this already.
Yeah.
But to introduce this to the audience, there is a film that is made by a guy called I forgot his name. Habu. His name is a type of snake.
Yes.
Okay.
Poisonous.
A poisonous snake. And he followed around a bunch of foreign people learning Japanese, and he made a film. It's called Our Sounds, and it's a sound-only documentary film about a group of foreign students that confronts audiences with a black screen.
Well, he probably had the same fucking problem we just had. You know what I mean? He's lost his episode, so he's just thought, fuck it.
He's like, fuck it, I don't have any video, but I got audio.
I got some sound.
So, shot in segments over around 15 days in 2021, it's a patchwork of unscripted interactions among the students whom Habu was teaching Japanese. Some of the dialogue is in the students' native tongues, but enough Japanese is spoken for audience to understand what is taking place. And this is my favorite quote of this article. It's a movie where if you don't listen intently, it doesn't make sense. It's because there's nothing on the fucking screen, dude.
Yeah.
Do you want to see a couple seconds from the trailer?
Oh, yes, please.
Is that what happens when you fucking... Oh, God. Is it actually a trailer?
Yes, this is the trailer.
Oh, God.
It's on mute, so that's not going to do anything for us.
So dumb. All right, let's keep going because we only got 30 minutes. I want to get through the news. Okay. Japan's population falls under 125 million, 12th year in decline.
Yes.
So I'm going to summarize this. Japan loses the city of Seattle every year in population.
That's a lot of people. And a lot of coffee.
I went to the original Starbucks.
Did you?
In Seattle. And it is stupid and boring and just a box.
Yeah, I don't like Starbucks coffee, I'm afraid.
And I'm like, how did this take off? Like what? I mean, I know how it took off, but I'm just like, it doesn't make sense to me.
The coffee I like is from Coffee Soldier here in Kagoshima.
And
Lovely.
do you know why it's called Coffee Soldier, Mr. Alex?
Because the guy is extremely militaristic. No. You explain it then.
Dude, you're the one that interviewed him. It's because coffee grounds, when the little coffee beans, when they sprout out of the ground, they look like they're wearing a helmet, like a soldier.
Yeah.
And that was his idea. I don't know.
No, that's apparently true. I looked it up on Google.
No, we Googled it right then, and yeah, it's true. But then, like, he's got little army guys from like Toy Story, the little green guys, like strategically glued around his coffee shop.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
And he's on People of Kagoshima. You can check him out. I think
you should watch
that
video. That was our first one, wasn't it?
Well, it might have been our first one, yeah.
That was great. We shot it in 15 minutes, I think.
Yeah, that was our easiest. Just like go done.
Yeah.
I mean, how many things can you say about coffee? I guess a lot. I don't know. But here's the second part of the story. The foreign population rose by 194,000 to 2.9 million.
Well done, gaijins and guy girls or whatever they're called.
Gaijins and guy girls.
Gay girls, not gay girls. What are they called?
Gay.
Girljins. That's
Girljins.
it. Gaijins and girljins.
Do you think the word dude is gendered?
Is the word mate gendered?
No. Is it? Where does it come from? Mate's like mate, right?
Come on, mate. How about love? Everyone, like in Northern England, people say love. You're right, love.
But that means lovely, right?
No, it just means you, like person.
Okay. Why don't you just say you?
I don't know, because it's dialect.
It's dialects. We can talk about that. All right.
Right. Okay. So anything to do with like royalty or all that shit gets given to me for some reason. I don't know why.
because I don't understand those people.
I don't know. You like to pretend to do it, though, don't you? The British accent.
I used to have to do that.
Go on,
for
do it
my
now.
No,
Do it now.
No, we're not doing it.
Unbelievable. Japan's crown prince and princess are to attend the British king's coronation. When is that anyway? Coronation. I have to watch that.
So wait, he's not actually king because he's not coronated.
No, he's king, but the coronation is just like an official ceremony. It's like getting married in Japan. You get married and 6 months later you have a wedding ceremony.
Oh, I see. Okay. I saw a video on Reddit the other day of like this, I think it was an American tourist got really close to like the King's Guard. Because it's not the Queen's Guard anymore, it's the King's Guard.
Yeah.
And the dude like stepped, he didn't hurt her, but he just like marched a couple steps and he yelled, step away from the King's Guard or something like that.
Yeah.
But like, I've seen hundreds of these videos before. They've always said Queen's Guard.
Yeah.
But then this is the first one that I saw that said King's Guard. And I was like, how do the tourists not know not to fuck with these guys? They're not like Disneyland Mickey Mouse characters. They're fucking real guards. They have real weapons.
They've got machine guns.
Yeah, you're like, why don't you understand?
Yeah.
Anyway.
I wonder how long it took him to remember that it's King's Guard.
No, that's what I was thinking. I was
step
like,
away from the Queen's... Oh, no, wait, the King's Guard. You know what I mean?
I did see one video of a dude who like walked up to one of the guys because I think the Buckingham Palace guards aren't supposed to smile or whatever.
Yeah.
And so this guy walked up to him. He was just being a complete idiot in front of him, but he wasn't hurting him or being rude. He was just being stupid. Mm-hmm. And one of the jokes that the dude said made the guard kind of like chuckle a little bit. And I was like, you're human.
They should change the name to like the Royal Guard or,
Yeah, it doesn't need to have the king or the queen in it.
Praetorian Guard.
Praetorian, whatever.
Whatever the fuck that is. In Star Wars, doesn't it, right?
I don't know.
You don't like Star
I
Wars?
have been watching Mandalorian season 3 and I like it.
Oh, it's good, isn't it?
It's very good.
I quite like it.
Yeah. I just like Baby Yoda. I just want Baby Yoda to be in everything.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway.
All right. So they're coming over to the UK from the 4th to the 7th of May. So if you want to go and see the Japanese royal couple, wave at them.
But it's not even the royal couple. It's the emperor doesn't go anywhere. He sends his little brother.
It's the crown prince and princess.
Yeah, he's like I'm not doing that. You go.
You go.
It's like when Biden sends Kamala Harris.
Pamela Anderson.
I was like, sorry.
Biden should send Pamela Anderson. She's Canadian, though, isn't she? So I don't know.
Is she? She's plastic. She's like 50% plastic now.
And she's over 50 as well.
You were just on the show that got deleted.
Yeah.
You were making fun of my age because I turned 40.
Oh, that's true, yeah. How are you finding life over 40?
I forgot that I was 40 the other day, and then I was reminded of it because everybody wants to keep reminding me.
Yeah, but if people say, oh, you look young for 40, or...
I went to an international event a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and I met... Oh, shit. I hope they don't watch this show. I met a couple, and I was just talking to them casually, and then the dude, I think he's a British guy, he assumed that we were the same age.
Right.
And I did too. Mm-hmm. Now you see where this is going.
Right.
He's like 24.
Wow, no way.
And I was like, oh. He's like, I thought you were the same age as me. I was like, I thought the same thing.
So he either looks like shit or you look amazing or somewhere in the middle.
Or it was dark and we were all drunk. I don't know. But I told him, my response was, I can't grow facial hair and that makes people look like they're adults. So I don't look like an adult. It's true.
I'll just pass on the rest of the things I was going to say.
Japan's startup lander may reach moon on April 26th in world's first. The Japanese space startup said Wednesday its moon lander, and this is the thing that kind of concerns me about this story, is may touchdown. I don't know. I think space should be more like precise.
Yeah.
May touch down on the celestial body as early as April 26th, a move that would make it the first private company in the world to reach the moon. This kind of misleading because I was like, wait a second, did this company called iRocket, what the fuck is their name? iSpace.
Yeah.
Does this Japanese company, iSpace, did they make their own rocket and go to the moon? And the answer to that is no. So I was thinking, okay, did they get on a JAXA rocket and go to the moon? The answer to that is also no, because those JAXA rockets keep exploding. Mm-hmm. And here's the line. The lander took off from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station in Florida in the United States aboard a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket in December.
So what I want to know is, why don't SpaceX just send their own fucking rocket lander to the moon if they want to do that?
No, because this iSpace people paid Elon to do it. So he's like, pay me.
iSpace.
Did you see the news about Twitter? It's no longer a company.
What do you mean?
Twitter is gone. Twitter as a company is gone.
It is what now?
It was absorbed by another company and no longer called Twitter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Elon Musk took it off the stock exchange. It's a completely private company that was absorbed by another company now.
What's the holding company
I
called?
forgot the name. It's really like ominous sounding.
Is it?
Yeah. It's like, you know, like Facebook's like caused so many genocides that they went meta.
Right.
And so like this
X Corp.
X Corp.
Oh, wow. That's quite cool.
So now Elon Musk is making Twitter so much better.
Twitter. What's Jack Dorsey think of all that, I wonder?
Here's the thing. If Elon actually does what he wants to do with Twitter and make it into a WeChat where it's like an ecosystem, it's going to be fucking awesome. Problem is, Elon Musk shouldn't be in control of it. If we could fix that part of the problem, because that guy's crazy. I like what he's done with the EV market and with space, but guy's crazy.
Have you seen ChatGPT with plugins?
Oh yeah. Have you seen the Wolfram Alpha? I cannot speak and I am plugged up in my nose. But the Wolfram Alpha. Can you pull
Wolfram
this
Alpha, yeah.
Yeah, plug in where basically ChatGPT is not good at math. But what is the actual word? Wolfram
Alpha.
Yeah, is really good at math. So like there's like a plugin where it will reference that site, and so now I can just do math.
Oh, nice.
Great. Fucking great.
Good job.
Oh, now that we're on this, thank you for bringing this up. Japan to create guidelines to use AI chatbots in school.
All right. My daughter was just using it yesterday to do her homework. So
the Japanese government will formulate guidelines regarding the use of ChatGPT and other artificial intelligence chatbots in schools, possibly by next March. Officials said Thursday. Next March, that's a year from now. As concerns grow over their impact on students' writing and thinking skills. And my favorite comment from this story is a screenshot that I sent Josh. And it was from Reddit, and it said, if they use a chatbot, they could have the guidelines done by the end of the day.
True.
All right, here, I got a quiz for you. Josh, can you show us what is her name? I've already forgotten her fucking name. Claudia. Can you show us Claudia, please?
Claudia. Who's Claudia?
This is there you go. What'd you take? 1 to 10. What would you rate her?
Depends on the rest of the body.
Okay.
So that's a DALL-E generated image, is it?
Well, you kind of contextually figure this out, but a lot of Redditors did not. And the reason why I want to talk about this doesn't have to do with Japan. This is just AI in general. But Redditors got fooled by a Reddit account claiming to be Claudia, this girl, Claudia. And so some of them actually she wasn't on OnlyFans. She was just like doing private exchanges and stuff like that. But people got like duped out of paying for AI generated porn images of a person that doesn't exist. Now, my question to you is not that. My question to you is, how do you feel about that? Is that fraud or is...
Well, Photoshop.
I mean, like, yeah, everything that on the internet is photoshopped anyways.
So, I mean, I just bought a camera, so I think...
Where are we going with this?
Photography's still important to actually capture real life. But if an AI generated image does what you need,
I'm talking about AI generated porn specifically.
Porn? I mean, as long as it, if it can't do fingers very well, it makes me wonder what other parts it can't do very well, especially something with lots of folds in it.
Okay.
Don't you think?
So what Alex is referring to is things that are like countable. Sometimes the AIs don't get that right.
Yeah.
So it'll have like 4 fingers or 7. Because they're just like these, they don't know, the AI doesn't know what a finger is. It just knows, kind of what they should look like.
I mean, you could have like a bonus vagina. I mean, that might... Is this going to get this video blocked or something?
I don't know. Let's just try.
I mean, to me, it'd be interesting to see what it thinks of human anatomy. I mean, it doesn't think, obviously, but what it generates.
So, so the reason why I brought this up, because this does relate to Japan.
Yeah.
Years ago, Japan started producing hentai anime. Right. So that is literally illustrations of people performing, sexual acts.
Yep.
A lot of Westerners back in the day would look at this and be like, that's just stupid. Why would I want to see fake cartoon porn? And now with the rise of AI and ultra realistic generated images, it seems like people are willing to spend money on it.
Well, I suppose if it looks like the real thing.
Now, I currently follow an Instagram account that has AI generated kittens, literally kittens, in various poses doing various funny things, which is amazing.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'm going to ever really get into AI porn.
I don't know. I mean, I suppose if you're in the camp that says it's exploitative, which I suppose it is in many ways.
Porn as an industry.
Yeah. Then, that's a problem to solve that. But then again, you're talking about objectification of women.
Well, it doesn't have to be women. It could be anything. It could be My Little Pony stuff.
Animals.
Which was a big thing. What are they called? What are those people called?
Bronies.
Bronies. Yeah, that's what they're called.
But it could, I mean, I don't want to go somewhere dark, but I'm going to. So it could potentially span out into the things that are totally illegal.
Yeah, and then that was a big case actually in Japan, was that they had, maybe it was, I forgot maybe what country it went to court in, but there was a depiction of an underage character. But I think the character's mind or soul or something like that was like 100-year-old woman, but in the body of a, that kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And like the courts are like, what? And like watching old fuddy-duddy judges try to figure out what to do with this was hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of ways it could go sideways, to be honest.
Oh yeah, I think it's already going sideways, isn't it?
I mean, at the end of the day,
I don't really know how to segue after this, so we're just gonna go.
Let's just leave it.
Strongest peeing boy statue in Japan.
Okay.
Is a hidden gem of sightseeing in Saitama. There's really nothing to read about this story. I just want to show the video. That's it, right there.
My God, that's some pressure. Mind you, I've done a few of those.
Yeah, this is like me after drinking way too much and sleeping way too long.
Yeah.
Now, okay, the reason why this is happening is because this is, I love the slow-mo shot. The reason why this is a thing is because this is built next to a dam, okay? And if the dam gets overflowed, if it overflows, then the pressure gets really, really high. And
I was just expecting there to be another one at the bottom with its mouth open or something like that. Just because we were talking about generated porn, I thought that might be the kind of thing that... I've seen one of these in Shikoku on top of a mountain.
Yeah.
And it is fucking miles in the air. And it reminded me of when my mate Dave threw up over a balcony on the 5th floor of a building. And it was about 6 a.m., let's say.
Okay.
So people were going to work below. And this woman walks past and just puts her hands up and she goes, "Is it raining?" I could have heard her from the ground floor. It's disgusting. Yeah.
You just reminded me of when Kunk on Earth or Christmas or whatever, she like starts talking about...
A mate Sean.
Yeah, her mate Sean.
Yeah. That's a normal thing to do.
I find, if you guys have not seen this, I think there's one of them on Netflix or something, but Kunk on Earth, Kunk on Britain, Kunk on Christmas. It's just the most amazing documentary series. And you actually learn a little bit.
Yeah.
And watch a lot of Pump Up the Jam music video footage.
This is all new to you, isn't it? This style of TV.
It's not new, but it's the first time I've watched this particular series, and it's great. It's also on YouTube if you're into the Caribbean style of watching things.
What's that?
Piracy.
Oh, right. Okay. Wait a minute. You can't just say piracy's from the Caribbean, you big racist.
What are you talking about? It's Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, right. Okay.
What? Where did this go? Here. Osaka. Go to Osaka. Let's do it. Casinos.
So government...
Pirates like to gamble, right?
With their lives. Government to approve... This is awful, isn't it? The second time round. The first one was miles better. Okay. Government to approve plans for Japan's first casino resort in Osaka. So basically, the government is going to approve a plan to build a massive fucking casino resort in collaboration with MGM Resorts International and Oryx Corporation.
MGM Resorts. I used to work for them for some time. They're a good company. Well, they were. I don't know about now.
They're trying to get 20 million visitors annually, and that's 1.14 trillion yen. $8.5 billion. That's a lot of money, actually.
I hate it when they go yen. I'm like, anything over like Ichimayen, like $100 bill in Japan is just like funny numbers. There's too many zeros.
Oh God, I know. Awful.
So I want to add to the story that the casino will only be available to foreign tourists who are coming into the country, and it won't be available for locals to enjoy because they don't want it to be a blight on the local population.
So no Japanese people can use this casino.
I think they can use the resort features. They just can't gamble, right? Is that how that works? How does it work in Korea? Because they're modeling this off the Korean model.
Is that constitutionally okay?
Do people care about the Constitution in this country?
I don't know.
Does that happen? Because I got my constitutional rights. I don't see that on the news.
I want to gamble.
Well, I mean, they technically gamble anyways through the loophole of pachinko.
Boat
You have a store that sells little metal balls, and then in the same parking lot right next to that is another place that you can play a game with those balls to either lose or get more of those balls. And then you can go and exchange those balls for money at this other completely separate entity.
I'm going to start a little shop next to this casino that sells fucking gaijin wigs and big noses and fake teeth. And people can go in.
There, I saw in some party store in Tokyo, it's like, be a gaijin outfit.
Right.
And it was exactly like that. It was amazing. I wanted to buy it.
It was like straight teeth, though.
Oh, I don't have straight teeth. Don't say that. Video game maker Konami employee tries to kill
Konami.
See, this is the thing. I cannot do this. Konami, right? Konami. Konami. They did like, I forgot. What is that?
Some games.
Cobra. What's that fucking shit? I forgot what that is.
Cobra Kai.
Oh, Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear Solid. But they also, what was that original game? The up, down, down, left, right.
That's just a Konami code.
But that's from a video game. On the, I want to call it the Sega Genesis.
This is a 40-year-old man talking about.
Trying my best to remember
Back
this.
in my day.
What was that?
Is it Contra?
Contra. Thank you. It's called the Contra code.
Contra was good. Yeah.
That was the code for Contra.
I remember that.
That's where it came from. Thank you. Anyway, but we're not talking about that. So one of the Konami employees took like, I don't know, inspiration from one of their video games and was angry at his boss and tried to fucking kill him with a fire extinguisher.
Seriously.
In the middle of Ginza. Yeah. They're in the Ginza 6 building. And this dude just like, and the thing is he had a problem with his boss, so he was transferred to a different department 2 years ago. But for some reason, they never got over it.
Right.
And it says, after walking up behind the manager while he was working, I'm not going to say his name, swung the canister down into his cranium before being subdued by nearby employees.
Fuck.
Dude's in like serious condition. And like homebro, I learned two things from this story. One, that braining is a word.
Yeah, brained.
Yeah.
It's British, I think.
Yeah, I learned that. So that's one thing. And then two, you can get really fucked up by a fire extinguisher.
Oh, yeah. Anything metal.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't think it's funny, but it's kind of, I don't know.
It's not really funny, I don't think. If you did it from the front, maybe it would have been funnier. What? Did it from behind, sneaky.
All right, let's go to your last story. It's a cute one.
82-year-old Japanese man arrested for driving without a license says he had one 60 years ago. Maybe he just didn't have enough time to get a new one yet. So the police pulled over this guy in Hyogo Prefecture. They were out on patrol in the town of Shiso and found this old dude driving a K car, speeding, I think, who not wearing a seatbelt. So they pulled him over, identified him, and then basically he said, my license was revoked when I was 20 and I haven't got a new one since. So now 82 years old, he's been driving around without a license for 60 years. That's hilarious.
That to me not only is hilarious, but it's also a testament to how good of a driver he is to not be pulled over in 60 years.
They should give him a gold license.
Just give it to him. Like, here you go. You earned this, buddy.
So why wasn't he wearing a seatbelt though?
Because, I don't know.
Because he's 82.
He's 82.
Forgot.
Matt, have you ever gone like driving in the countryside and like you see these old people and their tiny little K cars are like very small engine cars, and they're just like bare. You know how they walk slow? They like drive really slow too.
Yeah.
And you just like you'll pass them and then you'll like look at them like this, and then you're just like two things happen in my brain. One, I think, is this my future?
Yes, it is.
And then the second thing I think is, I don't think I'm going to live that long.
Yeah, I always think that when I see old Japanese people. I'm definitely going to be dead by the time I'm
Yeah,
your
I'm
age.
like, I'm never going to be like this problem on society. I'm going to be well dead.
Well, a lot of them aren't, though. They just get on with their shit, right?
No, that's the thing is they're healthy forever. And then all of a sudden it's like, they're gone. You're like, what happened? You were like making fucking rice yesterday. You were healthy.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, nope.
Pop the clogs.
What?
Pop the clogs.
What did you just say?
Popped their clogs.
I have never heard that expression before.
Kicked the bucket.
Nah, that I do have.
Shuffled off this mortal coil.
That's more poetic, yes.
Copped it.
Okay, I have to blow my nose, so we're going to end this show here. Yeah, we had this like really long show for you guys, but it was destroyed in a fire.
It wasn't a fire. It was more just like a
Windows error.
computer error. I'd love to say we got hacked, like a
like
famous
Linus Tech Tips. We got hacked. It was the hackening. Anyway, Alex, it's good to have you on the show. Don't be a stranger. Well, we try to do like a you Ricky Notsky rotation.
Yes.
Notsky tends to have like the shows that make the least amount of sense, even though she's the most Japanese.
She is Japanese.
She is Japanese. I don't know how that works. Like every time like she reads a story, she'll read it and then look at me and she's like, "Tell me more about this news story." I'm like, do you watch the news? Do you know what's happening in your own country?" She's like, "No." I'm like, okay.
Well, it's the first time she's seen it in many cases.
Oh yeah, absolutely. She has no idea what's going on. I love her. She's great. And some people, one guy told me, he's like, you should stop picking on Natsuki because of her language. I'm like, I don't pick on Natsuki's language. It's like, you should listen to her when she speaks Japanese. It's worse.
God.
Like when she speaks English, at least she's filtered to some rules. When she speaks Japanese, I'm like, what are you saying? It's worse.
Yeah, she's no filter.
No filter whatsoever. I don't know how she survives in Japan. I don't, but she's great. I love her to death. She's one of my good friends. She's like, what did she say to me the other day? She's like, oh, when are we gonna have a barbecue at my house? But I don't want to have a barbecue at my house, so we should just go and drink someplace.
Yes.
And I was like, okay. And then like later on that night, she like called me up at like 1 o'clock in the morning. She's like, where are you? Are you drinking? I'm like, no. I'm like being responsible today. She's like, not fun. And that was the end of the conversation. She's got 2 kids, everybody.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. All right, guys. That's been our show today. Shout out to our patrons and all our supporters. We have all the links to the articles that we read today in the show notes in the description of the video. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
See you guys.